Assalamualaikum to Sir Akmal. We are from Group 3 and today my group and I are going to present on Coach Carter and how it relates to pragmatism and also behaviorism. Now, without further ado, let's start with the presentation.
For the summary of the movie, it starts off with Ken Carter, or known as Coach Carter throughout the movie, who were offered a coaching job at Richmond High School, which was his previous high school. He accepted the job not knowing that it requires more than just coaching. Although his job was just to only coach the players, he interfered with the players' academic performance as well as their discipline. This was because when he first arrived at school, he could observe that the players lacked respect and discipline. So, so the plot begins when he wanted to change the way the players behave as they lack respect and initiate a method that has never been done before in the school in order to improve the players' performances in the court as well as in the classrooms. He emphasizes on how academic performances are as equally important with basketball. So throughout the movie, we can observe and analyze that there are many uses of behaviorism, and pragmatism. So one of the key principles of pragmatism is principle of integration, which states that by infusing or incorporating different elements such as perspective, methods, or subjects can help to address a problem or achieve a certain goal. In other words, it seeks for what is common in other perspectives, for instance, different subjects. By emphasizing that all subjects matter, it advocates to a better understanding and how it relates and shares the same goals. Integration involves trying out new methods or approaches and finding other factors that can contribute in order to solve a problem. Principle of integration implies that when educators or teachers link other subjects together, it advocates for a better understanding of the students and see how it intertwines together and how it shares the same goal. To correlate with this movie, an issue where the coach requested a weekly progress of the players' academic performances implies that he is trying to show his players the importance of improving in other subjects too. To justify, I agree with this action as it demonstrates the use of integration. The coach ensures all the subject teacher is involved in trying to improve the student's grade. Through his perspective, academic performances are as equally important as basketball. By putting this action, he reveals how getting good grades can help them in getting good schools in the future.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Anis Nabila. Now, moving on to the next principle, which is the principle of interest in education. Pragmatism emphasizes that learning should align with the learner's interests. In simpler terms, teaching content must resonate with real-world experiences. This principle enhances comprehension and engagement, fostering a richer learning experience. Let's explore this principle through the lens of the film Coach Carter. Now, when Ken Carter, upon assuming the coaching role, the issue was the team's performance. It was abysmal, with more losses than wins. Interestingly, the players exhibited a keen interest in women throughout the whole movie. This principle can be seen when the coach references the basketball offense strategies with the topic of women. With this in mind, Coach Carter introduces code words like Linda, Diane, and also Delilah, correlating them with specific gameplay tactics. Now, after applying this approach, we can inherently see the changes in the players as they improve their game strategies and plays, leading to more wins than losses by the end of the season. To justify this, I agree with Coach Carter's actions as he displayed the principle of interest. Now, when you instill interest in the target audience, it makes them more excited to learn. There are many ways for an educator to trigger the attention of their audience. So, Coach Carter ensures that all players are eager to learn from him by grabbing their attention with something of their interest. Now, that is all from me. Moving on to the next presenter.
Thank you, Anis, for the explanation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Amin Abihan bin Muhammad Nazri, and now I'm going to continue to present my part. So, the next key principle for pragmatism that I find in the movie is principle of experience. Principle of experience, also known as empiricism, is a principle that asserts that knowledge is derived primarily from sensory experience and observation of the world around us. In a more simple word, empiricism is the idea that all learning comes from only experience and observation. It also highlights the importance of observation, um, experimentation, and direct perception in the acquisition of knowledge about the world. So, in this movie, this principle can be seen in the scene where the coach said he that he took the job because he wanted to change the players to become a better person in the future. He doesn't want his player to become like his friend, where most of them end up in prison and end up dead. This shows that by learning from his observation and experience for his friend's situation, the coach has his own method, which is by doing the contract that has a discipline method with the players, where it can discipline the player to become a better person in the sports, academics, and life. So in this movie, the issue can be seen that the Coach Carter took the job to change the player attitude in sports, academy, and life by doing the contract with the players, which had the discipline method in it. However, most of the teachers and parents didn't agree with the method that was used by the Coach Carter and want him to quit because they said the coach took away the players' freedom to play basketball. But then they realized the method was actually the best for the players, and Coach Carter was the right person to guide them. In my opinion, I personally agree with the Coach Carter action because Coach Carter served as a positive role model for his players. Um, His demonstrate integrity, determination, and a strong work ethic, inspiring the team to emulate these qualities. His passion to change the players' attitude is very impressive and earns him the respect and admiration of his player and the community. The method that the coach used focus on so sorry. The method that the coach used focused on discipline, academic success, teamwork, and personal development. His coaching approach not only produced successful basketball players but also prepares them for success in life beyond the court. Now, I'm going to pass to Amir Shahid to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amir Shahid bin Helmi, and now I will talk about a key principle in behaviorism, which is individual behavior is influenced by environmental conditions and reinforcements. So, for this theory, it elaborates on how we act is primarily because of what is around us and how we are rewarded or corrected for what we do. Therefore, our behavior is shaped by both our surroundings and the results of our choices. There is a scene where this key principle is included, which was when the players mistreated the coach or the squad. They were made to perform push-ups, and when they were late for practice, they were made to perform suicide. The character's justification or action is at first some of the players rejected the coach commands because they have felt he was being unnecessarily tough, but then later on they realized that these sanctions were actually helping to strengthen their discipline and also their endurance. This has also leads to an argumentative. In my opinion, I think that Coach Carter's action makes sense because it demonstrates the emphasis of discipline. By making players responsible for their behavior and punctuality, Coach Carter instills fundamental qualities such as respect, accountability, and commitment. The push-ups and suicide drills act as repercussions for undesirable behavior, enforcing the expectation of professionalism and dedication within the team. This further demonstrates Coach Carter's dedication to developing a supportive team environment. Coach Carter fosters a disciplined and encouraging environment where all the players are expected to play a positive role in the team's performance by addressing concerns like poor attitudes. Coach Carter cultivates a sense of unity and mutual respect among the players and helps define the team's identity through these corrective strategies. That's all from me, thank you. Moving on to the next presenter.
My name is Nurul Ismahani bint Harami and I'm from B. TESOL.
One of the key principles in behaviorism is undesirable behavior, where human behavior can be controlled when we understand the environment that influences them. In this movie, it can be seen as the issue when the coach locked up the gym as 15 of 45 players were not honoring the contract they had signed. Hence, this leads to an argumentative issue as other teachers did not agree with Coach Carey's approach. Thus, the majority of the teachers indirectly support that the athletes' academic performance doesn't matter as long as they are able to bring victory to their school. However, I do agree with Coach Carey's approach in handling this matter. He uses the gym as a metaphor for the player's life, emphasizing that just as the gym is locked when they are not practicing, their lives are locked when they are not studying. The turning point comes when the Coach Carey decides to lock the gym doors during practice hours, forcing the players to study if they want to play. This decision is a direct response to the players' lack of motivation, discipline, particularly after a game where they did not perform well. The locking of the gym symbolizes the players' need to lock away distractions and focus on their studies to improve their performance on the court. Now that is all for our presentation. Thank you.